Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm here tonight with Ithka. She is the first KonMari Method Certified Trainee Consultant based in Abu Dhabi. I'm so excited to have her on board. We've been talking for a little while now, and I'm sure many of you have read the KonMari book or tried this before to varying degrees of success. But now we have an expert on the line, and I'll let her introduce herself. Ithka, tell us about yourself.
Hello, everyone. So yes, my name is Ithka, and I embarked on this journey about a year and a half ago, a little bit over a year ago. I have a media background in New York. I'm from New York originally, and I've been in Abu Dhabi now for about 5 years. And I decided to embark on this journey, 5 years, 9 years. And I decided to embark on this journey through my practice, more balanced in my home. And here we are,
Fantastic.
a year and a half later of classes. Yes.
Yeah, so I believe the process is pretty intense, right? So what was it that took you from being someone who participated in this method to someone who really wanted to pursue it and fly to the States and take this training?
Well, so as I mentioned, when I was pregnant, I was nesting like all women who become pregnant are. And I wanted to just create a home that was really comfortable for myself, for my child. Prior to that, we lived like expats. We lived with white walls and things just kind of shoved in corners because you always feel like this is not home and I need to be ready to move at any moment now.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to continue living like that, especially with a child. So that was what initially attracted me to the Marie Kondo books. And after doing the program for about 2 years personally with my husband, who was not on board at all, I just became really obsessed in a way, addicted. I don't know what's the right word to use, but it really changes your ideas and your thoughts about your space and your environment. It is not just about sticking things in a closet. It's about really being personal with your items and how they affect your life, your space, your future, and just the life that you want to. And then I just, on a whim, decided to apply for the consultant program, not really thinking much about what it meant or that I was going to start a business or anything like that. It was just a passion project. But during the process, I realized that it was actually a lot more than I thought it was, and quite an intense program to get into and to start. And then that led me on the journey to start Zenimalism.
Beautiful. I love that. And I love what you were saying about the expat sort of syndrome of not wanting to attach to a place. I mean, our environment has such an impact on us, right? And I think the thing about the KonMari method as well, it is to a degree about simplicity. It is about, you don't have to have lots of stuff. It's how you feel about that stuff. So it doesn't necessarily have to weigh you down to feel homely. And yeah, there's a real emotional connection between belongings and people and their moods and things. And I think that's very relevant to where we are now. There's a lot of people not only sort of stuck at home who might be looking around the house thinking this really isn't sparking joy. There's also that sense of, gosh, I've lost control. Everything that was certain is now not certain.
Absolutely.
So being able to take control of your space and feel more purposeful in that is such an empowering thing, really.
It is really. I had mentioned that, and I feel like a lot of people think that this method is about purging and getting rid of everything you have. And it is absolutely not about that. It is, you are allowed to have as many crazy tchotchkes as you'd like, as long as they make you happy. The method is actually a really, it's a heartfelt method. It's a personal method. It is really being introspective, thinking first in your mind, what kind of space do I want to live in? what kind of home do I want to have for myself, for my family, my kids, what have you. So it starts with people thinking about small things like, actually, Marie herself during the class, she said she had one client and all her client wanted to do was come home and put on a nice robe and sit down and have a cup of tea. It started just as simple as that. So it's really about just saying, is your home your sanctuary? Is it making you calm? Does it lend itself to the type of feeling in life that you want to have when you are in that, my possessions being in a closet? And you eventually get there, you become tremendous nice and everything has a, but it starts with how your heart feels about the things that you have.
That's beautiful, yeah, because I mean, I'm a hoarder, and obviously that has sentimental, there's reasons for that, right? We hang on to things because we feel connected, and if someone says to me, okay, I'm going to come and make you throw everything out, I'm going to be like, oh my God, no, I can't do that. But no, I have engaged in the method before to, to a degree, and it does feel good. And I think that's the benefit of working with someone as well. They can sort of remind you that this isn't about throwing things out, let's look at this, let's see how you feel about it. And you just sort of like coach them through that process, right? We have some exciting things though. I mean, that was some really great insight, and I know we're going to be working a lot more with you. So we'll share some details with the group about a competition that we have coming up.
Yes. And also it sort of even relates to me personally. I was mentioning to you before, the space behind me, this is actually me working with my husband, and I'm going to be working on his office and doing some KonMari this week, which we all need right now, because unfortunately our homes have become our everything. It's where we live, eat, sleep, work, play, everything is here now. So I think more than ever, really, your home has to be functional, and it has to make you feel good, because everything else in our environment right now is so uncertain. You want to have at least one space that can be reassuring and can be balancing for you and for your family. So yeah, for our little fun project, I was thinking that maybe we can have some of your viewers, your audience can send some pictures, and they can show us maybe some dirty little secrets if they have any.
Not too dirty, right? This is the UAE. But yeah, let's
or just, so the book and the method actually goes through categories, right? So you're going through clothing. After clothing, you then go through to your books, which will impact like your home office.
Which I know is the very scandalous part. A lot of people are like, oh no, KonMari wants
exactly,
to burn the book, but it's not about that, right?
Because no one has had to deal with really making their home space their workspace, and now we do. So I think that's actually a really big issue right now. So again, the first category is clothes, then there's books, and then you go into paper, and then from paper you go into this category called kimono, which is miscellaneous. So it's basically just like everything sort of like randomly in your house, things in your kitchen, things in your bathroom, etc. And then the final step is sentimental, and it's the last one because it's the most difficult one for people to let go of things, if there is a chance to let go of things. What I would ask for your audience is if they can think about the category that they are most inclined or feel the most need to change. So maybe it's your bedroom, because your bedroom is a disaster. You can never find your clothes. You don't know what's happening there. It's taking you forever to get dressed. Send some photographs of your closets, your bed, your drawers. Let's see what's happening there. Maybe it's your kitchen and you now have to cook every meal at home. You can't order. You're not really ordering anymore. So you need to get organized in your kitchen. I see the look on your face.
Well, I'm thinking about it because part of it as well is I can never find anything that I want. I have all of these things just in case, and then I either forget I have them or I can't find them. So what use is that at the end of the day?
Exactly. Or if it's your home office and you need to get yourself organized at home. So
it is. It can feel chaotic. It's hard to focus, right, when you've got like kimono all around you. So
absolutely. So I mentioned, so my husband was not on board for a very long time. And he finally just got tired of being lost and never knowing where anything was. And so he became on board about maybe not that long ago, actually, maybe like a year ago. So we've done his clothes and we've gone through all the categories with him. And now that he has to work at home, we've had this project that's been lingering for months on months. And now we are finally confronting it. So I'll be going through this process with everybody else.
Yeah, fantastic. I would love to hear a testimonial from your husband sometimes, because I think a lot of people find that they're the hardest ones to convince. So it'd be interesting to hear from his perspective what has been the most what sort of changed as a result of going through this process. How does he feel different now? But that's a conversation for another day.
Absolutely. So once we get these photographs and we see what people are in line or most in line to change, we'll choose some winners and we'll do maybe 2 or maybe 3 people, and I'll do some video conferencing consultation with you and help you through the process. So we'll just do 1 category per person, and you can sort of get an idea of how things feel, how the process works. Typically, you're not supposed to break the categories up, but I think we're living in a moment where we can be a little
window.
we can be a little flexible. Rules definitely go out the window right now.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, and I'm sure we'll talk again because I have so many questions about all of this. So, yeah, it's been brilliant speaking to you. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Okay.
Right.
Can't wait to see those pictures.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.